Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all of you, each one of you, for liking my videos, and do share and subscribe the channel to get more information, and do share with others also, as it is exam time. So all the students must be in need of these kind of topics which are important for the exam point of view. So do share with all of your friends, and thank you so much for your love and support for my channel and my videos. Today we are here to have a learn about another topic, that's literary devices. This is not a language topic, grammar topic actually. Actually, I have been getting demands for this topic, so I thought of taking this literature topic, which is a literary device, which is very common in literature. So let us see what is this. Literary devices, when we talk about, are the structures used by the authors, writers, poets to convey their message or messages in a simple manner to the readers. Any author is writing some piece of work, they use these devices to get the appreciation, and these help the readers to interpret and analyze the literary work in a better way. When we talk about the types of literary devices, they are basically of two types. First is literary elements and next is literary techniques. So let us see what are these. When we talk about elements, when we see any piece of writing, then what is the storyline of that writing? In what is the structure of that writing? Which characters are used in that story? What is the mood, like whether it is written in a sad mood or a happy mood? What is the theme for writing, etc. Not Normally, authors use these kind of elements to have a thorough and professionally present their writing to the readers. Next, when we talk about literary techniques, these are the words or phrases, we can say, used by the authors or poets also, we can say, to enhance or to beautify their piece of work. Like, for example, metaphor, simile, alliteration. There are certain literary techniques that these authors use to beautify or to enhance their work so that the readers can interpret it in a better way. Today, we will learn about literary techniques which are normally used in your classes up to 10th standard. So let us see one by one what are these. The commonly used literary techniques are, first one is the alliteration. Now, in alliteration, we have the repetition of initial consonant sounds in the neighboring words. In the neighboring words, we can say that in the same sentence, like if it is a poem, then in the same line these repetitions takes place, and this is a repetition of initial consonant sound only. Like, see this example: better butter always makes the batter better. Now here there is a repetition of the consonant sound b, that is b. Better butter, and then better better, and this repetition is taking place in the same sentence only. So here we say this is an example of alliteration. See another example: she sells seashells at seashore. Now here also we have a repetition of the consonant sound s, that is sir, sells seashells and seashore, and this is again in the same sentence only. So here also we will say this is an example of alliteration. Now let's move on to the next one. The next one is hyperbole. Hyperbole generally means exaggeration of things. When we use certain words to exaggerate whatever we are saying, those, then we say that it is a use of hyperbole. Like, see this example: I can eat a horse. Now, it means that I can eat too much. My capacity for eating is too much. It doesn't literally mean that I can eat a horse. We are only exaggerating the things that I can eat too much. Huh? See the next example: dying of laughter. When we laugh on something too much, we normally use the phrase dying of laughter. Nobody dies of laughter, of laughing. But we exaggerate the thing that I laughed so much that I was almost about to die of laughter. So these are certain words or phrases, we can say, we use for exaggerating the things. Now that figure of speech is called hyperbole. Now see the next one. Next one is personification. Personification is generally used to personify the non-living things. When non-living things are used or treated as persons by attributing some human qualities to them, then we say that those living, non-living things are personified. Like, see this example, the flowers begged for water. Now, this begging is used for flowers, but begging is a human trait. Flowers cannot beg. So this human quality of bagging has been attributed to the flowers, that they need so much of water that they are almost begging for water. Like you must have heard in the poem Daffodils, that the daffodils were dancing in the breeze. Now dancing is again a human quality. Flowers cannot dance, daffodils cannot dance. So this human quality of dancing has been attributed to the daffodils. So we can say the daffodils are personified here, and the literary device used here is personification. Daffodils, which is a non-living thing, is attributed a human quality of dancing. Now see another one here also. Lightning danced across the sky. Now lightning also is a non-living thing which cannot dance, but we are using the human quality of dancing for a non-living thing, that is the lightning. So when non-living things are attributed some human qualities, it is said to be personified, and the figure of speech is personification. Now let us move on to the next one. The next one is simile. This is again a very commonly used literary device which is normally used in poems. Now here we have a comparison between two things. We normally say thing A is like thing B, or thing A is as thing B. Here thing A is compared with thing B using the words like or as. Now this is a common recognition of this simile when we find the comparison by using the words like or as. See certain examples. In the poem Daffodils also we have used simile, like the daffodils were dancing like a breeze. See this example also. She swims like a fish. Now we have compared her swimming with the swimming of fish using the word like. Next one, he is as hairy as a gorilla. Means he has so much hair on his body that it looks like he has the hair like gorilla. So here also we have the comparison using the words like or as. So when for comparison we use the words like or as, we say we have used simile. Now we have another comparison word also, which is said metaphor. In metaphor, again we compare two things, but it does not use the words like or as. We have a comparison here also. One thing is compared with other, but without the words like or as. Now see this example. The river was a winding snake in the forest. Now here it compares the flow of the river with the flow of a snake, but we haven't used the word like or as. So it metaphor also compare two things, but without like or as. If we are using like or as, it will be simile. If it is without using like or as, it will be a metaphor. It also compare two things. Now, see this one more example. This pillow was a cloud when I put my head upon it after a long day. Now, here this pillow is compared to a cloud by stating that pillow is as fluffy like a cloud. But we haven't used the word like or as. We have said the pillow was a cloud when I put my head on it. See, similar examples of metaphor can be like, this is a very commonly used, like apple of my eye. Somebody who is very dear to you, we say that he is the apple of my eye. Next one, it can be like walking encyclopedia. Like she is has so much knowledge that she can be said as a walking encyclopedia. So we have a comparison between two things here, but without using the words like or as. So this is called metaphor. Now let us see the next one. The next one is imagery. Imagery, as the word says, image, when some image comes in our mind, when we read some text or a piece of writing and some image comes in our mind, some image pops us up in our mind, we can visualize that image in our mind, then it is said imagery. Now, imagery is of different types. First one is visual imagery. If we visualize something in our mind after reading certain text, that will be said as visual imagery. See this example. The golden rays of the setting sun reflected upon the clear waters of the lake. Now, when we read this piece of writing, the image of setting sun on a lake comes in our mind. So that's why it is called a visual imagery. Now, auditory imagery, as the name says, is related to sounds. When we read some text and some image or some impression of sound comes in our mind, that is auditory imagery. Now, see this example. The trees rustled as the wind whistled gently through the leaves. Now, when we read this text, we can imagine some wind whistling gently through the leaves and the tree rustled. Those sounds appear in our mind. So, it is said auditory imagery. The next one is kinesthetic. It is related to the movement. When after reading some text, we visualize some movement in our brain. That is called kinesthetic imagery. See this example. My toes went numb and a shiver ran through my body as I stepped into the cold water. So when we read this text, some movement of getting numb and shivering comes in our mind. So it is called kinesthetic imagery. The next one is olfactory, which is related to the smell. So when after reading some text, we get a sense of some smell in our mind, that is olfactory imagery. See this one. The stench of rotting garbage overpowered my nostrils when I opened the bin. So when we read this text, we can visualize that sense of smell in our brain. So that will be olfactory imagery. So these were all types of imagery. Now move on to the next one. The next one is onomatopoeia. Now, onomatopoeia are actually some sound words. We can also say that these are sound words which are usually used for making some sound only. Like, see, if you see this word buzz. Now, buzz is used for peas sound. When we have to speak about the sounds of pea, we use the word buzz. Same goes for like hiss, moo, pitter patter. Now, pitter patter, you know, that is a word associated with the raindrops, sound of raindrops. When we have to speak, we say pitter patter. Otherwise, they normally do not have any other meaning, any other literal meaning other than the sounds only. So these sound words are called onomatopoeia. Let us see some more examples. Like, see this word gush. The flood water gushed through the town. Now, gush is a word used for the flowing water with the sound made by flowing water. Now, same can be like chatter. My teeth chattered as I stood in the snow. When we stand on the snow, our teeth start chattering. So that is a word chatter. So these are normally called sound words, but in literary device, we call it as onomatopoeia. Now, let's move on to the next one. The next one is irony. Irony is actually, it means when we are speaking something, the actual meaning of the words is something different. Like here, as you can see, it creates a contrast between two things. Whatever is spoken has some different meaning than its literal meaning. We can also say, like, when if I'm speaking something, you may say that I am joking, or maybe I mean the opposite of what I say. Now, see this example. If you are suffering from a bad bout of food poisoning and you say, wow, I feel great today. Now, I'm saying that I feel great today, but what I actually mean is I am not at all feeling great and I am having a bad bout of food poisoning. So we can also say that we say these words sarcastically, or when the literal meaning of the words is actually opposite of the actual meaning of those words. So in that way, we say it irony. Let us see some more examples. Like, see this example. A pilot has a fear of heights. Now, a pilot is a person who is supposed to fly on the heights only. Now, if a pilot himself is having fear of heights, it can be said in irony. Now see this another example. Iceland is very green, but Greenland has lots of ice. Now here also, whether we can say it sarcastically or it's an irony, Iceland is supposed to have so much ice, but it is actually green. And Greenland is actually supposed to be green, but it is having a lot of ice. So the literal meaning and the actual meaning of these two words are different. That's why we say it irony. Now see this one also. A fire truck catches on fire. Now a fire truck is supposed to extinguish the fire. But if it itself catches the fire, it serves the opposite purpose. So that way we say that it's an irony that the fire truck caught the fire. I hope it's clear. Now let us move to the next one. The next one is repetition. Sometimes these authors or poets, they repeat the whole word or the whole sentence to create an emphasis on the readers. When the whole, if you remember alliteration, in alliteration only the initial consonant sound was repeated. But here the whole word or maybe the whole sentence can be repeated. Now see this example. The soup was stirred and stirred until thickened. This word stirred is repeated to create an impact or an emphasis on stirring, that it was stirred too much until it thickened. So here it is called repetition. Now see this example also. It's okay not to be okay. So here the word okay is repeated, which is will be an example of repetition. Now see the next one. The next one is very commonly used in the poems, rhyme scheme, or can also say rhyming scheme. Now, as you all know, rhyming words come at the end of each line. If it is a poem, it comes at the end of every line. So when we have rhyming words at the end, there is a rhyming scheme also. Like see this example, the coolness of the night. Now here the first word at the end is night, which will be given a letter A. Now, rhyming scheme is normally represented in the form of letters A, B, or C, D, like that. Now, how do we allot a letter? Like, for example, the first word is night, only the last words will be taken. The first word is night, it will be given A. Now, the second word at the end of the next sentence is skin, which is not rhyming with night. So, we will give it another alphabet, the next alphabet actually, that will be B. Now come to the third word of the last next line, that will be bright. Now bright is rhyming with night and we have given A to night. So any word rhyming with night will get a letter A only. So bright will also get A. Now the next word here in this category is green. Now green here is rhyming with skin and skin has been given the letter B. So green will also get the letter B. So in these four lines, the rhyming the rhyming scheme will be A, B, A, B. Now, if we get another word, like for example, control. Now, control is not rhyming with any of these words here. So it will get the next letter C. And whenever we will get any word rhyming with control, that word will also get the letter C. Now see this example, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Star, the first word is star, it will get A. The second word is R, which is again rhyming with star. So this will again get A. The next one is high. Now high is not rhyming with any of the previous one. So it will get the next letter B. And the next word is sky, which is rhyming with high. So high has been given a letter B. So sky will also get B. Now in the fifth line, again we get the star which has already come and we have given the letter A. So this again will get A. And the next word also R is again rhyming with star. So this also will get A. So here the rhyming scheme will be AA, BB, AA. And same way it will continue in the whole poem. For all the new words which have not been repeated earlier, they will keep getting the next new letter. Like if after C also, if we get another word which has not rhymed with any of the previous ones, it will get a letter T. And whenever the next word will be repeated with the same rhyming sound, it will get the same letter. I hope it's clear now. Let us move to the next one. Next one is symbolism. Symbolism, you must have heard that certain words symbolizes something. When we speak something, they symbolize something else. Like, for example, here the dove may represent peace. Dove is a symbol of peace. We can say dove is a symbol of peace. So when we use certain words or certain objects, we can say, which are normally non-humans, to represent or to symbolize something else, there we say that we have used symbolism. It attributes some symbolic meaning or significance to objects, events, or relationships. Now, here you can see there are certain colors which have a symbolism for something else. Like black color is normally associated with evil. So we can say the black color is a symbol of evil. Normally, we have used this emoji of red color to show the anger. So we can say the red color is symbolizing anger. Same way, green color in the case of health can symbolize illness also, and green color also symbolize the green revolution also. So sometimes the same color can symbolize different things also. Now here also see white color, purity, white dove. White color is a symbolism, is a symbol of purity or peace. So when a word or a non-human thing or an object is symbolic of something else, we say it symbolism. So this was the last literary device used for today. I hope it's clear to you. If you like the video, please like it and do share it with your friends, as it is exam time. They also must be in need of this kind of content where they can have a better understanding. And do like and subscribe my channel for the next info so that you can get the next information. Thank you so much for having me, and keep watching my videos and keep sharing and subscribing also. Thank you.